Monday, everybody, and welcome to Build Log Week 9 on the JJ Enterprise. A lot of good things are going to happen. As you'll see at the beginning of the video, I've started some other things, and well, I'm starting doing the Aztec masks on the saucer, which you'll see. But hey, that means we're going to get some more paint down and start getting things locked in and getting there. Hopefully this is only going to be a couple more week build, and I can start on my next project. But you know, I'm not gonna hurry. I'm gonna keep doing like I do and just make sure I do it well. But hey, it's awesome. So I appreciate and I want to say thank you to everyone who continues to follow this build log and who follows me and all my videos, my build videos. I really do appreciate it. So with that said, if you are new to my channel, click on the subscribe button, click on the little bell, and it will let you know when I upload. Unlike Saturday, which is when I finally got the video, but I had to break it in two parts because, the program it does, it can only do in about an hour and 10-minute video at the most. So I'll start keeping them down to that. You're going, yay! No, just joking. But with that, like I said, when I upload, you'll notice. You will be alerted. And thank you to all of you who, like I said, stay following me. I really do. It means a lot to me, and I appreciate it. So with that, I'm going to shut up. Let's get to the JJ Enterprise. Good afternoon and happy Saturday. First thing I want to do is apologize for the lateness of getting the video up. I actually started it Friday and had everything put together and started to export it, and just issue after issue after issue. I don't know if it was too long or what, so that's why I broke it into two parts. But while I was waiting for it to try to keep loading or exporting, I went ahead and trimmed out the Aztec sheets that I'm going to use for the nacelles and the secondary hull and the pylons. That's what these two, this is for the secondary hull, this is, well, you can use both, but I'm going to use most of this on the nacelle, this on the secondary hull, and then these little ones are more for the adding a little bit more texture. So that's where we're at, or that's where I'm at. So got those done. So now, before we get any painting done, I'm going to go ahead and get the saucer finished Aztecing. So that's what I'm... Alright, just a quick note, that's 4 panels done. And remember, what I said is one wedge will do 2 panels. So this one wedge did this and this one. Best advice I can give you, just take your time and don't get rushed and don't get frustrated. But as you see, it's starting to look pretty cool. So I'm going to keep going on it, and I'll show you when it gets done. So I'll be back. One more note. After you get the first panel done, first 2 panels done, it gets a little bit easier. So now that I'm doing this panel again here, you can see I got the little gaps that help show me the spacing. Just wanted to let you guys see that. And so, like, alright, and there is the bottom of the saucer Aztec ready to go. Can't wait to start getting this painted, but now I got to get the top done. So I'm going to work on that. I'll be back. Before I get started on it, yes, I went ahead and painted this the sky gray, and I think it looks a heck of a lot better. I know I asked you guys' opinion, but with the frustration with the video, and I kept looking at that white and it kept bugging me. So I went ahead and painted it the sky gray and went ahead and got these because I'll be masking this all off here in a bit. First I'm going to get the Aztecs down. So appreciate any comments and opinions you guys gave me, and thank you. Alright, happy Monday everybody, and you can see I did start work on Saturday, and while trying to get the last video uploaded. Again, I do apologize for the lateness of that, but hey, getting there. I went ahead and I decided to go ahead and do this with that a little bit of a gray or blue. It just, for me, it looked better. I'm going to leave these on the outside, but I like that little bit of color in there in that and it really actually follows more. So and I'll double check these when I take everything off and see how it works together. But I did that, and yes, I have gotten, I'm still not done with the top of the saucer yet, but hopefully today I will get it done and get some paint laid down. But yes, the one thing I want to say, like I said on the other panels, one panel here will do both of these, and I would suggest following what, if you've watched Lou's build log on this, he did all the Aztecing before he put this on, and I was like, oh, I can do it. But you can do it like I am, or you can do like he did and get it all laid down, get it trimmed, and then start working with this. Because trust me, if all you got to deal is with the flat edge, you get that nice edge to deal with and all that. So it's either here or there. I'm going to keep going on this. But with that other blue, I want to show you the other thing I did too. And I got the strong back already done, well, painted at least. And then if you do get his Aztec dummy mask for the JJ price, you'll see this. Now what this is it's more to do the Aztecing for the strong back, but you want to leave it like he does, and he explains that in instructions. So there's that. So with that, I'm going to keep working on this, and well, welcome back, and yes, the Aztec on the saucer is now done. So happy about that. So you know what that means. We get to move on to paint, and for this next coat I'm going to do, I did a 60% flat white with 40% medium gray, give or take. I really didn't. I just made it to where it looked good to me. And there we go. So it's going to be a little bit of a lighter gray. And then we'll get to the next one. I'm going to try it out real quick, see how well I like it, just in case. And if I do, I'll keep going. If I don't, well, that means I gotta come up with another grade. So stay tuned. Alright, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to see how well it looks, and if I don't like it, then I'll go from there and I'll show you guys. But airbrush loaded, and again, don't try to put it all in one coat. Just, just be lovingly with it, and don't go crazy. Just lightly get it on there, and you need to do more than one pass. Definitely do it, trust me. I do. And tip, yep, because you like to spit. So, and like I said, again, just light coat, and here we go. So, okay, now I'm going to let this get a little bit dry, and then I'm going to keep working on it. So, well, welcome back, and this next step is done. I actually do like the gray, and what I did is I started on the nacelle so I could actually see if I like that, and I did. So, yep, there's that mess. And also, let me get things off so you can see. there's this, and it's done. Now, like I said, you can see some are heavier and some are lighter, but that's fine because I still got a lot more to do. But now it's going to be adding more layers, help do some more texturing. It's called texturing now that I've got that done, and I'm going to add more layers. And I'm not removing these masks yet till I get it completely done with the layers I want, or getting it all done. I won't move the mask until I'm completely good with that. One thing I want to show you, this is one of the masks, other masks in the kit that helps do texturing. And Lou at Aztec Dummy came up with a great idea, and I've used his masks a long time, especially some of these, but I never even thought, is I took 2 pieces of masking tape and put them here, and then that just allows me to set down, and I can hold it and go, and it's, you know, it's not, and I've also sprayed this sticky back because I wanted to. So with that, I'm gonna start working on texturing next, but I'm gonna call it a day, let everything get good and dry, and walk away, because my problem is I'm so excited, I want to keep going, I start messing up. I put fingers places and I touch things like I don't want to. But yeah, so I'm gonna let everything get a good break, good rest, and then we're going to start in the texturing. And when I start doing the texturing, the first pass is going to be sky gray, and I'm going to add some white to it, and then I'm going to do white, black, to give it a little more texture, but I'll explain that and show that on the way. So there we go, guys, and we're moving on. So until tomorrow, good night. Well, good Tuesday morning, and we are back, or I am back, and we're going to start adding another gray. I use sky gray, and then I lighten it down with the white, as you can tell. So what I'm doing now, it's I'm just adding more panels, texturizing basically, and I'll show you. Now, like I said, these doesn't have to be crazy or down tight. We just, you know, as like so. Let me get the compressor back on, and then just like that. And but here's the key thing, guys, is make sure it's either 12 to 6 or 9 to 5. Never do anything like this. Always up, straight up and down, or straight side to side. So let's keep going. Okay. And as you can tell, we're just adding more texture, and it's not crazy. We're just adding more. So as you can tell, that's where we're at. That's where I'm at. Sorry again, but I'm just adding more texture to it. And let me zoom in a little bit so you can tell. So the side without the texture, and just get the first coat layer on, and then now we're starting to add the texture. So I'm going to keep working on this, and when I get it done, I will definitely be back and show you. So I'll see you in a while. Alright, done with that next layer, and everything's had a chance to dry. Now I'm going to add a little bit of black color, help do a little bit more texturing. But the key with doing this one is you really just want to be kind of far away. You just want to, you know, let the brush do its thing. But you see what I'm saying? Just, I just want to highlight, basically. I'm not going crazy. Kind of looks like it, but I'm not. Just kind of like that, guys. And like I said, just kind of stay far away. Don't go nuts. I mean, that looks pretty nuts right there, but trust me. Just kind of like that. And just keep adding a little bit of highlight. And if it starts getting too dark on you, don't worry, because when you do the blending coat, it'll hide a lot of that. But remember, just either straight up and down or straight left and right. And if you gotta do it in littler sections, that's fine too. You don't have to. I'm just kind of highlighting it. I know it kind of looks crazy, but this is that point in painting that it gets weird, and trust me, this is all going to blend out. So I'm going to keep working on this, and I'll see you guys here in a bit. Alright, so that's done, and as you can see, yes, this looks crazy, but trust me, it always, like I said, it looks like this before you're done. That's all I'm going to do there. Excuse me. Now I am going to use this texture, and I'm going to just do a little bit of highlight of just white, straight up white, because like I said, the blending coat, I'm going to use the white gray, which is a lot more white than it is gray, but I'm going to blend it, so I'll show you that. But yeah, and then I'm going to go through and do some white textures, and once I get the white done, that's going to be pretty well it for getting all this done till we get to the next spot. So, but I just want to show you, I know it's crazy looking, but this is that, oh my god, and then it gets a lot better. So when I get the black and the white done, I will show you the craziness of it, and then we'll move on. So stay tuned. Well, good afternoon and welcome back, and painting is done. As you can tell, well, not all the painting, but all the Aztecing and is done that I'm going to do. Now, I got to just put the overall blending coat, but before I do that, I got to get these guys off. So, with that, let me get set up, and I'll start taking these off for you guys, and we'll go from there. So, give me a second. Alright, let's get some masks off. So, one, you're going to want your X-Acto with the good blade on it, and get things done here. As you can tell, like I said, it is crazy, and there's really no, except doing the up and down and left and right, there really is no science in this. Just do what feels good to you, do what you like, and then go from there. I mean, it's your kit. So, like I said, get your knife, and you're going to want to be easy getting these off so you don't scratch the paint up. So, let's go with this guy. And don't worry about if they tear, don't worry about it, because you're not using them again, right? And there we go. And it's a little bit of patience, guys, but yeah. So that looks really good. So let's go to the next one. And try to use the knife to grab it so you can lift it up just like that. And there we go. So we're going to keep doing this, and I'll do this one panel for you guys. So talks amongst yourselves. These get kind of crazy. So let's go ahead and get you up. I know you're here. So, and if you have trouble getting one up, just come back to it in a little bit. Just because, like, I had to, because with these guys, I had to put some pressure down to get them to stay where I wanted them, but there we go. Okay. There we go. 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 And I got a paper towel just right here to help catch these guys. And like I said, don't have to be, you want to be easy pulling them up so you don't pull any of the paint on the bottom. You want to be easy getting them up, but you don't have to be overly nice with them. So you just got to be easy getting them up. And then so, and so that is one panel, and I'm going to keep going. So when I get the top done, I will come back and show you, and then we'll start working on the bottom of the saucer. So see you till then. One thing before I forget, guys, now that it's all painted, yes, and the masks are still there, but because I have that bowl that I use to help hold the saucer up, I went ahead and decided to put something soft there to help protect the paint until I can get this all, until I get it done and get it gloss coated and get everything on. So, key thing, if you have the T.B.I stand that you can, that has the widening and the closing, whatever, but get a towel or a scrap piece of t-shirt or something that you can set your kid on to help protect all that work you just did. So with that, I'll catch up to you guys soon. I'm going to keep going at this. Alright guys, there's the top, and I know what you're going to say. Oh my god, Buck, what did you do? And I know it's a little darker gray than what is in the movie, but honestly, I like this. I think it looks great. I think it's going to enhance a lot of the effect when I put the blending coat on, so we're not going to lose a whole lot. But hey, one other thing, guys, I do build things to screen accuracy, and then I build things the way I want to see them, and so there's that. But hey, it's getting there. So I've gotten everything off that I want to get off for masks right now, because I want to do that blending coat. But with that said, guys, if you do go ahead and run fiber optics or lighting and put the pieces together, and when you take the masks off, if any of them covered up your lighting holes or your strobe holes, make sure to either hopefully save it, or remember you're going to have to make new ones. So with that, guys, I'm going to flip it over and get on the bottom, and I'll talk to you when it's done. Well, welcome back, and now all of the masks except the sensor bands and this ring right here are off. So I can start working on that blending coat. What I might do is take this off, see how it looks, but I want to keep this almost sharp compared to the rest of this. I don't know, it's just, that's the way it feels to me. So I'm going to take a few minutes, take a quick break, and then we'll get started on the blending coat. So stick around. Alright, I'm ready. Got me a nice little glass of rum, and I actually went to my garage and got my turntable. So let's start doing the blending coat. Now again, I'm using that Vallejo white gray to do the blending coat. And I didn't thin it down because it's supposed to, like I said, already be ready to go. But the one thing I am going to have ready is a paper towel, because this stuff just seems to sputter. I mean, you know, so I want to make sure. So when you go to do your blending coat, don't go crazy, okay? Just like so. And as you can tell, I'm kind of staying a little further away than I normally do with the kit, because I don't want it to go crazy, and that's why I went ahead and got the turntable. I mean, yes, I'm going to get it blended in, but I don't want to lose all that effect I just did. And like I said, I'm not going to go crazy spraying it, you know, on the first coat, but that's basically it. I'm just getting it blended in, and nice and easy. And it doesn't have to, and one thing, it's not probably going to be perfect, because, you know, it's going to create shadows, which is what we want. You know, oh my God, Buck, what are you doing here? Yeah. So. Yep, just going to get it blended in. And you can see it likes to kind of spurt, even though you're not thinned out, but like I said, it's the first time I've really used this, so I'm still learning. And then you can see, because it kind of thin and piled up there, so that's why I keep the paper towel around, just because I want to make sure it doesn't go crazy on me. So there, that's the first coat down, and as you can tell, it's starting to do its thing. So I'm gonna call this good for now. I'm gonna let this get good and dry and see how that turned out. So yay. So I'm going to work on other parts of the ship, the nacelles, and the secondary hull while this dries down. So stay tuned. Good morning and happy Wednesday, everyone. So now comes the fun part. As you can tell, I'm going to have to do some touch-up paint on this because the paint bled on some of these. So good rule of thumb, make sure those masks are down so air, when you use your airbrush, it doesn't get under them, kind of what happened here. But that'll be easy. So there's that. Then the last part I got to do on here before I start doing the big fun other things is I got to get the strong back painted, and that's there. Also, I went ahead and got these guys, sorry about the phone, I got these guys gloss coated to help protect that paint. Now I got to do some other paints Not crazy paint. I gotta paint those black and get those painted up a little better black. But and yes, I did gloss the saucer too. And the reason I did that, one, I wanted to protect the paint job I've done. Two, because I got to do the touch-ups, it'll be a little easier with that nice smooth gloss coat on to deal with it, and then I can start work on doing the other paint and the decals. But before you go, oh my god, you're not supposed to gloss that before, I did a nice light even coat. It wasn't very heavy, wasn't any of that, so it'll be fine. It's not going to go crazy. Normally, yeah, I don't. I only gloss when I'm ready to do decals or do, yeah. And then I do my matte color. But I wanted to take care of this because this was a lot of work. Like I said, I put a light coat. So do what you guys are happy with, however it makes you comfortable. But yeah, so I got to go touch these up, and then I got to start doing the detail painting before any decal goes on. So that's going to be fun, and I will share that with you. So with that, guys, I'm going to get the strong back done and let it get drying, and I'll start work on fixing up the paint and start detail painting. And like I said, I'll share that with you. So I will be back soon. Alright, the strong back is now painted. Quick note though, before I forget, because you know, I can do that. I do love Vallejo paints a lot, but I wasn't, when I was doing the blending coat with this, I wasn't very happy. It just wasn't working out, so I went back and blended a little bit more and better with my Tamiya white. It was, my first plan was to do that, but I thought, what the heck, I'll try this. I love Vallejo, but you know, I just wasn't happy with this one. I will keep using this because I do like the color. I just didn't like the way it did on the ship. So, as you can see, I masked off the outer areas. Oop. Well, I guess it don't matter. I can go ahead and peel that guy. So I didn't get any more paint on the ship that I didn't want. But hey, what the heck? Let's take a look. And there we go, guys. Take a look at that. What do you think? I love that. That looks great. And gonna let that dry, get the other side off, and then let this get dry, and then I will get the rest of the masks off except for the windows, and get this gloss coated and ready for decals and touch-up paint. But let's check the other side out real quick. Let's see. Go you. Go you. And the tape on the hands. Okay. That's done. And then let's, you know, and then we will go, so easy. Alright, there we go. That looks amazing. I love that. That's phenomenal. So, let me get some things set up, and while this dries, we'll get started on the touch-up paint on the saucer. So, I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to start touching up this because it's all crazy. But the one thing, like I said, get you a fine paintbrush like at this. It's great for the small areas, and get your magnifying glasses out, or if you don't need them, awesome. If you do, great. But as you can see, this is, I thought I got them all off and I didn't, so I took these off and then I did the white. This is the way I really wanted it to come out, but you know, the Vallejo gray white or white gray just didn't do that. But so when you go to do touch-ups, like I said, use the small brush and just lightly go in. Yeah, sorry guys if I'm in the way, I don't mean to be, but and then I'm just, like I said, I'm just doing the touch-up paint. Bringing the shape back to things and putting the original color back where it needs to be, and that's it. So this is going to take me a bit, so I'm not going to make you guys sit there and watch, but yeah, like I said, brush, patience, and take your time. So when I get this finished, I will put it back on camera and let you see what I did and see what you think. And then we'll keep going on. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, well that's first part of it's done, the touch-up paint, and I'll see how it dries and see if I need to do any more. But okay, awesome. So now this is going to dry and we're going to get work on the nacelles. So stand by. Alright, and went ahead and got the rest of the masks off. Now I'm going to do the touch-up paint on here also, and then start doing some paint here. But an interesting thing happened. Yeah, that's right. It cracked. Excuse me. I don't know. I grabbed it too hard, or I don't know. But side note, this is a good thing because then I can show you how to fix that and how to repaint that too. If you have those issues, it happens. So as you can tell, all the way here. So. Good thing. So that's gluing, but let's get to the fun part. So, when you do masks, you're gonna have to do touch-ups. Doesn't matter. I mean, if you can see, guys, this kind of got scratched up. Some of it's not bad at all, and then some of it's going, oh my God, what happened? So, fun part is, they're not hard touch-ups, and I'm not going to grab the airbrush out and go that craziness, because then I'd have to start masking things again, and honestly, I don't want to do that. Here, let me zoom out so you can see what I'm doing. So, again, just be careful and be gentle. I know I say that all the time, but then we can get this just touched up. There. The great thing is, the touch-up isn't bad that you got to do at all, usually. Or there is some, like you saw me having to do on the lower ring on the saucer. But hey, it is what it is. And actually that one looks pretty good. But here's the fun part. These right here are black. Or that's what I seen of them. So, again, I'm not masking. I love to use my airbrush on a lot of things, but some things I'm just not going to do because there's no point in, you know, I mean, there's some guys out there going, oh, you should have masked that and just sprayed it. It would have been fine. Hey, more power to you. But I just want to hand brush, you know, because it, especially around the details that you got to work in, like right here, and I don't want to put a knife to trim things down to make them mask, but hey, so that's just fine. And if it does, you know, oh gosh, it's going somewhere, get a Q-tip and you can wipe that up like so. And then if you have to touch up, just do, you know, you don't have to go, oh my God, I gotta find where I put the Aztecs. Nope, that's fine. So there. Again, that's why I use, especially on the edges of things, I use a smaller brush, because it just works better. And finding the right way to hold this thing, so okay. Then like I said, if you get a little dribble, you can just do that. So that one's done. So I'm going to keep working on this and I'll show you what it looks like. So, see you in a bit, guys. Alright, welcome back. It is now Wednesday afternoon. Took the wife out to a nice lunch. Kind of our date thing every week. But let's get fixing this damn nacelle. Or dang nacelle. Sorry, YouTube. So, Basically, it's going to be the same thing you did when you went to go do the seam lines. To help, we're going to help cover that back up where it broke and it pulled the stuff out. So again, just use your, sorry about the phone guys, forgot to put it on vibrate, but again, just use the masking tape like you're doing your seam line, and get this all on there and looking nice. So we only have a little area that we need to do, and some trimming. Then we'll put a small piece right here, and we'll do the bottom. Same thing. Just mask it off so you have the littlest area as possible to deal with. And the funny thing with the bottom on this one is it went kind of crazy, so bear with me. Where did I put you? Yeah, you're there. Oh, there you are. And again, like I said, we're just wanting to do the smallest area possible for the puttying and being able to do the painting when we're done. So do that, and we'll bring this one right here, do the same thing, and we'll put one over here where it meets with the pylon. Okay, as long as it sticks. So I've already got I'm using my Vallejo plastic putty. I think this is going to be the best idea instead of going with the Bondo. And just like I did before, all we're going to do is just get that smoothed over the seam line again. Just like so. So I don't have to do much sanding with it. And when I do the sanding, it's going to be just this little bitty area. And if I got high pieces. So, like I said again, I'm just get rid of you. And as you can see, I'm trying to make sure I smooth it out the best I can. So, like I said, there's not going to be much sanding to it. Now we'll just do this guy. And then what we can do is, I'll clean that. I just wanted to make sure that it was good. So, there's that seam. As long as I don't touch it with my damn hands. And now we're going to go to the top. And again, just like I said, just do a smooth bit. Don't, unlike the first time, try not to goop it really thick or really heavy. You're just trying to redo that seam that you've already painted. So just like that. And go. So now I'm going to let that get good and dry, and then I'll be able to take care of it. Alright, let's do something fun. Since the nacelle got messed up and I've been doing touch-up painting, let's do something fun. And if you can tell, I'm going to go ahead and start laying, because basically secondary hull is all done except for attaching things, getting decals on, trimming up lights, and doing a wash. For the most part, it is done. I might find something I missed, but so with decals, the best advice I can give one, trim them down. Don't trim them all the way down, but trim them down enough. Get a good pair of pointy tongs or my ever useful bent tong or bent tweezers, and trim out all the decals. And let me zoom out so you can kind of see. That's what I was doing. Yes, that is my beer needed. I've trimmed out the decals for doing this side, and honestly there's only just 4 because I've already painted everything else that was requiring decals. So good thing. I will have to do a little bit of touch up, but get a decal, and then when you do your wash, yes, there's suds. I actually add a couple of drops to the water, and then above all else, get your Solvaset. Trust me, Solvaset's going to make this so much more fun because it's going to get the decal to sit down and level out. It may look weird at the first, but it will. So the first one that I'm going to do is actually the small bugger because he's right here. So I'm going to do a couple of these smaller ones real quick and then go from there. And just want to make sure. Okay, so I'm going to get him into the water. Kind of move the suds around a little bit. I got a paper towel sitting on the side. So dip him in. And then something I learned from our friend Lou. I was watching one of his videos, and usually I use my fingertip to put water down, but I'm just going to do that. I wetted the Q-tip, put it there, and just waiting to see. Like I said, I got a paper towel because you want to make sure you put the decal on paper towel or something to drain the excess water. And let me see here. Nope, not yet ready. So let that sit for a little bit. And yes, I have extra Q-tips around because you're going to need those. I'm going to find what I did with them. I just had them here to help get the water off. There they are. To help get the excess water and get it pushed down on the kit. Let me see if I can. Let me zoom back in here, guys, so you can see this. So this is where the decal's going. Like I said, I'm just letting it sit to get softened in the water, you know. Yep, come on now. There we go. And get it dried off a little bit on the towel. Then I'm going to check and, oh, yep, there we go. So one thing, and also get a toothpick. So what I do is when I make sure it slides, I want to just get it there. Then I'll use my toothpick or my pony pliers, this depends on the decal, to get it sit on this thing right. Because this decal actually does have a hole in it. So we want to make sure it gets on there in the right position, like that. Then I'll take my Q-tip and softly rub over, push it down, get the air out, get any water out. And then I'm going to take my Solvaset, and sometimes I'll just drain it off, and I'm not going to actually, I'm just going to touch it enough, there. And that's all I'm doing. That's it. That's done. And the secret with doing this sometimes, well, because I can put this on the side and protect these decals, I'm going to get both the sides done, and I might do these, but the big thing is don't get in a crazy hurry, because you'll do what I do and you'll start messing with these and start messing them up, and everything goes weird. And I forgot that I put Solvaset on things, and my fingertip will touch it, and oh my gosh, that's crazy. Which some of the kids I've done that with, it's nice to have a second set of a backup decal, but Yeah. So the biggest thing I can say, just like painting everything, is you do something, take a break, let it get dry. You know, let it do its thing. Well, good afternoon, welcome back, and yes, I have gone and robbed the Beatles' Yellow Submarine. Now I'm masking off things like I'm doing, because I need to repaint these, touch these back up, and then 2, escape pods and phasers, and I'm still going to go, I'm going to do flat yellow for the escape pods, and then I'll show you with the outline, and then I'm going to do something different. Instead of going black on the phaser banks, I'm actually going to go metallic gray. To me, that seems just going to look a lot better. So make sure you mask off the area like like I have done, and make sure your mask over your fiber optics or your bulbs are still in place. Now, hopefully, I've gotten good enough where all I have to do is this. But as you can see, even though I plan not to do it, to spray other areas, yeah, sometimes the best laid plans get screwed with the paint. So, as you can tell, I'm just at, the tape is pretty cheap for the most part, and I can reuse some of this, and I probably am going to reuse a lot of this, but don't get stingy with it, okay? Just make sure you protect what you've done. So yeah, so there we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the phaser banks first on top and bottom, and then I am going to do the escape pods, because after I spray this and these where I get them, I still have to add 2 more back here, so that's a great thing. But I also have to, like I said, touch up the gray here and get some things done. But so I'm going to work on that, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get to a stopping point before I do the next step. So I'll be back, guys. All right, phaser banks are done on both sides. I've gotten the yellow done on both sides, and I touched this up. So now, before I do the next step on the escape pods, I need to make sure it gets good and dry before I touch it. But the one thing I can do is, let's save some tape here, but get a look at the phaser banks. I'll share that with you guys. Check that out. Oh, here, let me zoom in. Yeah, I'll get the forward one here. Hold on just a second, guys. Let me strip some tape here. Alright. Okay. Let me get this guy. Let me get some of these moved. Oh, well, that one came up real nice and easy. And like I said, even just double check when you're starting to pull tape. If you had them over, say like where the lighting is, just make sure you look at them and get those pieces back. Okay, almost there, guys. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Hey, there we go. How does that look? That looks awesome. And yes, I am going to do some more to it, but hey, not a bad start. So, well, I'm going to let everything get to that point of dry, and then the next step is the all fun red. Sometimes spraying red's a really pain in the butt, but hey, we'll get there. But a little more getting done, and hey, getting a lot more detail. So stay tuned, guys, for the red paint to come. Welcome back, guys. It's pretty good and dry, so I'm gonna start to the next part. And on the masking sheet, Lou gives you these, and these are the ones so you can do the spacing, make sure you got it right. And then these guys are just a little bit littler. And let's let's do this. I'm going to have to get some new X-Acto blades. Okay. And what you want to do is line up this square and, oh, got the wrong one. Give me a second here. And I put a new blade, but I think the tip already broke on it, so that's a bummer. Okay. Now I got the right one. So what you want to do is get it down there and then just line that up where everything, it looks pretty good and even. And make sure you get it pushed down. As you've seen, sometimes these masks do really well, and then sometimes you gotta add just a little bit extra pressure to get them going. So that's the next part. I'm gonna get these on and I'm gonna get them sprayed. And all I'm gonna do is, again, I'm just gonna use red. It's not flat red, it's just red. So it's a little bit brighter than the flat. And we're gonna go from there. So let me get working on this, guys, and get it colored up, and I'll show you when I get done. So stand by. Well, welcome back, and I am going to call it a day now and let this get good and dry. My daughter showed up. My oldest daughter's here, so I'm gonna spend time visiting with her and her fiance. But yes, very, very awesome, cool, and I love it. It looks great. Let me flip it over and show you there, guys. That is amazing. I love that. That's awesome. I love that. So like I said, I'm gonna let it dry, and then tomorrow being Friday, I'm gonna try to get going on some more detail paint work, and especially here on the saucer because I got a lot of detail to do here. But until then, have a good night, guys, and I will be back. Bye for now. Good Friday morning, everyone, and welcome back to the bench. And yes, my plan today is to try to get almost all the detail painting done that I want to do on the saucer. Get all that done. And yes, I'm going to detail this a little bit of a little bit of a darker gray than what's there. Not much darker, but I want to set the bridge apart. And y'all can do, like I said, when you do your models, do however you want, but that's what I'm going to do. And then I got to start finishing up certain details and adding a little bit more details to that. So that's what my plan is today, so I can get this done up, and then I can get started on getting the decal work finished. Not only to the nacelles, but even get started here on the saucer. So with that, guys, I'll be back when I get some more painted to show you. Good afternoon and back to work. So like I said before, the painting is done. It's now good and dry, and I'm very, very happy with it. So with that, I'm getting back to work on decals on the nacelle, and while I get this one drying, I'll start the other one, and then I'll be working on the saucer. So again, guys, decals are decals. Like I said, I use Solvaset, and I use other things. I got toothpicks, I got tweezers, all that out, and I will show you guys when I get certain things done, so you can take a look at it, see what you think, and we'll keep going. So getting closer. Well, getting to the end of the day, and I always do something. I like to put the decal name on with you guys, but hey, I have to find another decal sheet for this. Enterprise is good and half of the USS, but for something, if you look here, and I never had anything near glue or water with these guys, so I have no idea what was going on there. But I will share decals here are done, and decal and painting on the bottom's done. And the one thing I will share with you guys until I can get until I can find another Enterprise decal is I will at least give her 1701, her NCC 1701. So I've already got it wetted down, studied it really well, and sometimes with big decals, yeah, they like to stick to my finger. Weird. No, not really that weird. Then I'll put a little more water down so I can play with it and get it moved right. And come on, Chica. And let's try this. Usually I got enough water down here to it goes crazy. But here, let's do this. Get you back out. And I will get all this water out of here soon. But give her registry. And the good thing about the instructions is they're pretty darn good idea where you can, make sure that gets where it needs to be. And then if you need to, you can kind of just tilt it up a little bit. Make sure that is sitting down like you want. Then get some more water and let's get the 701 on, which is funny because that's the area code here in North Dakota. Get you on. Get a little more water to play with you a little easier. Do another check here. Make sure that's down where it needs to be. Pull out the instruction sheet. Look at her. Yep. Okay. And sometimes, because this is such a big decal, I don't want to really hit it with the Q-tip, because with the Q-tip it can mess it around. So I will do the paper towel and get it blotted down, get it good and flat. Now the air bubbles hopefully out. And there. So I am a little bit. And that's one of my bad habits is I'll tweak with these things until I just like, oh, okay, that looks good. And then do something and I'll take it off. Okay, so again, and I'm not blotting hard, I'm putting a little pressure, but I just want to make sure, because you can see the trouble I had getting that into place. Sometimes it does that. And now the very lovable solvable set. Love this stuff. And now we're going to let her sit and dry. I do still have to do other things, but like I said, I got to get the USS Enterprise back. Can't believe that happened. I mean, I didn't even notice it when I was cutting these apart, but like I said, you can see that little dry spot. it's like it got wet and dried, and then yeah. And I tried to use my X-Acto to bring it up, but yeah, screwed that up. So with that, if you guys know anybody who's got an extra 1/500th scale USS Enterprise for the JJ Enterprise, let me know. I would love to email them, chat with them, see if I can get that, just that one decal. And I got different things to trade if they have the whole sheet and they just don't want it. I've got wallpaper stuff for the Enterprise D Clear. I still got extra decals of those and some other things. But with that, guys, great week, and this is why I'm going to call it now. I mean, yeah, the Enterprise, not getting her name sucks. But hey, with that, have a wonderful weekend, and have a wonderful week next week. And I will see you guys on the bench. Bye for now.